Sparks, this Thursday starting at 11. Previous The Best of Beaver County videos can be viewed on the WBVP-WMBA Facebook page. For more information, visit beavercountyradio.com. It's now time for the Best of Beaver County. For the next 30 minutes, you're going to learn about unique and interesting people in Beaver County. You can also watch live on Facebook at WBVP-WMBA. The Best of Beaver County is brought to you by St. Barnabas. Here is your host, Frank Sparks.
Hey, good morning. I am here today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to yield the microphone to my good friend DJ Frye, who's going to be the guest host of the Best of Beaver County today. And DJ, who you got in tow with you today?
Well, how you doing, Frank?
Good. How are you, buddy?
No, not too bad. It's a beautiful Thursday here in Beaver County. And,
Absolutely.
Today we have the talented Central Valley High School musical staff here, and or cast, I should say, correct? And Frank, we have some veterans. If you can remember, and our listeners can remember, we had this same group in studio last year.
Right.
And I guess they enjoyed it enough to want to come back.
That's awesome.
So which ones are you the veterans from last year? There you go, the three there. So this year, the Central Valley High School is doing Freaky Friday, Frank. And it starts, Thursday, March 5th, and it runs through Saturday, March 7th. And for the listeners, including myself, I am really interested to hear a little bit more about Freaky Friday. So out of any of you here, who would like to explain, what's the show this year about, Freaky Friday?
So it's about Ellie and her mom, Catherine, Catherine is getting married, and she is very stressed trying to plan her wedding, and her daughter is not getting the attention that she would like from her mother in the moment because she's planning her wedding. More specifically, the rehearsal dinner, that's that evening, and then the wedding is the following day. And they end up switching bodies throughout this process, so they have to go a full 24 hours as each other, and some crazy things happen along the way up until the wedding at the end.
Nice. So what role do you play? Are you the daughter by any chance?
Yes, I play the daughter,
The
Ellie.
daughter. So tell us a little bit about your character, what you like about it.
She's a little grumpy, to say the least. She feels like the forgotten child throughout this process with her mother, Catherine, because her mother's very, like I said before, stressed planning this wedding, and she just wants her mom to listen because Ellie wants to participate in the hunt, which is going on throughout this musical. And Catherine is not having it because it is the same time as her rehearsal dinner, and she doesn't want her daughter to go off and do the hunt because it's the same time.
And it's kind of dangerous.
It's very dangerous, actually. And so she doesn't want her daughter to get hurt. And what Ellie doesn't realize is that Catherine just really wants what's best for Ellie.
Gotcha. So speaking of Freaky Friday, so when did you find out that this was going to be the play this year? Was this something in the summer, or did you know about it before the end of last school year?
So we find out after we actually audition for the show.
Okay.
So everyone auditions for the show, and then I think based on the auditions, our staff picks a show that'll be the best for all of us. Mm-hmm. So we find out what the show's going to be when we find out what the cast list is going to be.
Nice. What were are you aware of what the other options would have been?
They
never tell us because it's always maybe we'll do it next year.
It's top secret.
Yeah.
When were auditions this year?
November 1st and 2nd, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, be honest with you, pretty nervous? I mean, do you go in and sing? Is that what the audition looks like?
Yeah, me and Natalia were the first ones to audition this year.
Yeah.
So.
We go in and someone sings their cut of the song, and then we do a monologue together, and then the second person does their part of the song.
So let's work our way around the studio here. So if you wouldn't mind, if you can, for our listeners, your name and what part in this play do you play?
My name is Angie Lash. I play Grandma Helene and Senora O'Brien.
Nice. Now, what's your favorite part about your part?
I love playing Senora O'Brien specifically because she's just just wants somebody to take the blame, and why is Ellie being a bad student, and she has this big ending at the end of the song, and it's her evil era.
Nice. Now, what do you play?
I play Tori, who's Catherine's assistant and business partner in her catering business that she runs.
Nice. Do you have either of you have any funny stories since November of auditioning and up till current day with all the practice. I'm sure you're logging a lot of hours after school with this.
Yeah, so one of my favorite stories actually happened a couple nights ago when we were doing our first full run through of the show. So we have a middle schooler in the cast.
Okay.
His name's Mason, and he plays Ellie's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he's hilarious. He's in 7th grade. And throughout the show, like my character kind of like guides Mason like around sometimes. And so we're backstage, lights are all off, we're ready for the like opening note of the show, and there's a toaster as part of our set. And I hear this ding, I hear the signs, and then I just see Mason standing with his hand up to this toaster, and he was like shocked that it went off. So.
Now, is it true that Mr. McCreary is in charge of teaching the dancing and all the choreographic? No. Is that
You know
true?
what? Yeah.
So when the audience, when we all attend the show next week, we should give him all the credit for all the great dancing and all the wonderful acting.
Yeah. Sure.
What's your name and what you're playing in the play this year?
My name is Sienna Paxton, and I'm playing Catherine Blake, who's the mother.
Oh.
And she's pretty uptight. She's very punctual and organized, and so when her and Ellie switch, it's kind of crazy because Catherine's always on top of everything, and but Catherine definitely doesn't give Ellie the attention that she needs. She kind of emotionally, she kind of neglects her a little bit, but yeah, that's.
Now give us a funny story behind the scenes.
I was going to tell the toaster story.
The toaster seems to be pretty popular, huh?
It's really funny. I don't know. Do we have any really good ones?
We've been using a croquet mallet in place of our hourglass at rehearsals. It's been
Yeah.
really funny.
That's true.
And what's your name and what are you doing with the show this
I
year?
haven't pulled Mike over to
my name's
to you.
Oh, shoot.
There you go.
Okay,
Now
there
we
you
can
go.
hear you. There you go.
My name's Ethan Koval, and I play this dude named Mike. He's I think the soon-to-be stepdad. I think that's what you would call it. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. And he's just a very charismatic guy. He really likes 7-layer bars. I've never actually tried them myself. I'm sure they're good, but yeah, he's really just like all I can think of is just he's just a really nice guy. He's just very charismatic and just wants the best for the family, even if he gets the short end of the stick sometimes, to say the least.
Well, for those just tuning in, our listeners, this is this month's or this week's Beaver County Best of Beaver County, the Beaver County School Bus Talk edition on Thursday. And if you're just tuning in, we have the wonderful cast of Freaky Friday from the Central Valley High School. So to our listeners, show starts next Thursday the 5th, runs through Saturday, March 7th. Why should they come out?
We've all worked so hard on, I think, everything. And theater's always kind of been such at least for me, and I know a lot of like my friends here, I like a very safe place and a place where we can really express ourselves and our talents. And I think sharing that love with everyone in the community is kind of why we do it.
Perfect. So those tuning in, we do have at the end of the show today, they're going to be singing 2 songs. So I believe the one song is Just One Day, and the other one's Bring My Baby Home. Which one's everyone's favorite?
I think Bring My Baby Home is definitely a lot more challenging. It's just, it's way different than all the music in the show, and so I think that's going to be a cool surprise for everybody. 'Cause
It's definitely not like your typical like song that you would be hearing in a
Yeah.
show, but not like in a bad way or anything. It's just really funny and kind of off the wall.
Yeah. You know, Frank, I mean, for the last 3 years, we brought many casts in from multiple school districts throughout the Valley here. And the one thing that I always take back from the Central Valley group is how much the community is involved. I was in a meeting with your father not too long ago, and he's humming one of the songs. So I can tell there's a lot of singing being done at home. I'm sure it's no different at everyone's house at this point.
Yeah.
All the families are all the parents are all involved. You know all the songs inside and outs.
pretty much.
So if you had to pick, a show, what would the show to be? What would you do if you were able to, Grease, Shrek? What would it be?
Like for high school?
For high school.
We can go around this way here.
Me first. If I had to go high school, I'd probably say Shrek. I absolutely love Shrek. But I would have a different answer if I was on Broadway.
For high school, it's like I said, this is hard. If we were going Broadway, I would have a different answer. But for high school, I would have to go with Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast?
It's a really good show.
Perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I would love. They have a really cool teen edition of Chicago that I think that would be really cool to do. I also really like Anastasia, and I think that would be a fun show to do.
Nice.
I think I would probably say A Chorus Line. My mom was in it when she was in high school, so I always thought that would be kind of cool if I could be in that too. But it's one of my favorite shows, so I'd say that one.
I also have to go with Shrek. Like, I feel like there's just no way to go wrong with that. Like,
So your dream role, though, you mentioned your favorite. What would your dream role be? Would it be Shrek?
No, actually, from Shrek, I would much rather be Lord Farquaad. But for a dream role, are we talking like high school or even like just in the
High school.
Okay, then Lord Farquaad, yeah.
Yeah.
For high school, I'm probably Belle in Beauty and the Beast as well. But if we were talking Chicago, I would love to be Velma Kelly.
Perfect.
Yeah. So actually, I was in a production of Freaky Friday a couple years ago. It was like a kind of like a junior version, and ever since that show, I had always been like, Catherine Blake is like one of my dream roles, and now I finally get to play her, and so
Awesome.
yeah, I would say Catherine Blake is my dream role.
Great. And what about you?
That's really hard. I'd actually say Flounder in The Little Mermaid, just because he gets to
There
have like
you go.
Heely shoes.
I
and
believe we had
Yeah.
Mermaid on here before.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. And last?
for high school, I would say Donkey, honestly.
So two of the hardest questions before we go to our first break. Okay, so out of the list of names here, who would be the best singer? Mr. Sircone, Mr. Dolph, or Mr. McCreary? Best singer.
Mr. Dolph.
See, I think Mr. Sircone though, because he has Italia around so much. I
I
feel
thought
like
we were answering it as a joke.
I don't know.
I would
yeah.
say Mr. Sircone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same three names. Who's the best dancer?
Wait, what were the options again? Mr. McCreary? Yeah,
Yep.
Mr. McCreary.
For sure, huh? Mr. McCreary for sure, best dancer?
He could do that ballet, you know?
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned with us. This is DJ Frye with this week's Best of Beaver County and Beaver County Bus Talk. We are here in studio with Central Valley High School Musical, Freaky Friday.
Hey, Sarah, how are you?
I'm really stressed out and I feel so overwhelmed. My daughter is getting married and then I'm taking care of my mom. I could really use a break.
You should call St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows. They have a really good respite program that can give you the break that you need.
Really? Tell me more.
When I was feeling overwhelmed taking care of my dad, I used St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows respite services. I was able to take him there for up to 30 days so that I could get the break that I needed. They were able to meet all of his needs, and he had so much fun that it was like a vacation for him too.
That sounds just like what I need. How do I get a hold of Beaver Meadows?
Just call 724-495-1600 and ask about their respite services. You can also go online to stbarnabashealthsystem.com.
Cat Timpf is coming to Pittsburgh. Join St. Barnabas Charities to honor Cat Timpf at a fundraising gala to be held Thursday, April 23rd in Cranberry Township. Timpf is a comedian, TV personality, writer, and cancer survivor. She'll receive the Hance Award at the St. Barnabas Founders Day celebration. Tickets are on sale now. Call 724-625-3770. Proceeds benefit the St. Barnabas Free Care Fund. Buy tickets today at 724-625-3770 or visit stbarnabascharities.com.
St. Barnabas thanks you for listening to Beaver County Radio.
Welcome back to Beaver County Bus Talk. In this week's Best of Beaver County, in studio we have the Central Valley High School Musical starting this Thursday, or next Thursday, March 5th, running through Saturday, March 7th. We have Freaky Friday. And later in the show, they will be performing two songs, so stand by for that. So with this current cast in studio, let's give some shout outs. Who inspired each of you individually to, maybe step outside the uncomfort zone, and perform? Is there a teacher or a classmate, anybody, parent that you want to give a shout out? Let's go ahead and start with you.
Well, my sister was the one that encouraged me to audition my freshman year. She graduated 10 years before, and she was like, I loved musical in high school. You need to do it. And I'm so glad that she did, because I love it here.
Perfect.
I mean, yeah, I want to thank my parents, my mom especially. She's involved. She helps do costumes and everything. But I also want to thank my vocal coach, Bronte Lucci. She really encouraged me to come out of my comfort zone, specifically in the past 2 years that I've been taking lessons with her. And she's just the best.
Yeah, I would thank my parents, especially my mom, because she's like a big like theater kid. Even like she never did like musicals in high school or anything, but like she is so into it. And I would also say my older sister, because she's like my best friend, and she has always encouraged me like to just like do whatever. And she's like, as long as it makes you happy. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
And so she's the best.
Yeah, awesome.
I would also like to shout out my parents, mainly my mom. She's been with me through this whole process of like being involved in music and everything. And we've so graciously brought my dad into the world of music from being in athletics forever.
The vocal
So,
coach. Is he a vocal coach for this?
Yep, for sure. And then I'd also like to give a shout out to Bronte Lucci, who's also my vocal coach. I would be nowhere without her amazing talent and guidance throughout this entire process. She really pushes me to be a better version of myself.
First, I'd like to thank, there's a senior during my sophomore year who really, really wanted me to do a musical, and he pushed for it, and he finally broke me, and I did it, and it's really, really fun. I love doing it, but obviously I have to thank my dad. He used to be a music teacher, so I guess you could say he's my vocal coach, but yeah, he's really great, and he always just pushes me to be the best with like I could possibly be with my singing and just my family in general.
Perfect. So what are some of the things you've learned through, auditioning in November up to it's almost showtime? What are some of the lessons you've learned just working as a cast, I'm sure, meeting new friends through all of this? But if anybody wants to go and take the mic, what are some things that we've learned through all this?
I think just I've learned just like how to like work with others in like a more professional setting, because like yes, it is your friends, but like you are doing like a job. Like some people do this for work, so it's kind of like learning how to be professional but also have so much fun while you're doing it.
Sure. Anybody else?
I would also say definitely learning how to be professional and just like
Learning to like be a good listener and everything, and like
for sure
be able to take notes, take criticism from everyone.
I think the biggest thing I've probably learned is definitely time management, because towards like the end of this we have like it's like 5:30 to 10 every single day, so I like teaches you just so much about like, how am I going to put this, just like how to manage your time.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because a couple months ago we had an elementary cast in here, and both of my daughters performed, and it was Shrek. So through that process, they met new friends, but more importantly, they were able to juggle dance, piano lessons, basketball, and play practice. And even at the elementary level, it was a tremendous amount of time spent, learning your parts. And they had a cast of 150. So they had two separate casts, 75 in each, and it was a really big production. But I'm glad you touched on it, because that was when I sat down and my wife and I talked to the girls after the show, that was the first thing they both said, how much time was involved, how much they enjoyed it, but they were able to really juggle a lot of different schedules. And I just told them that's what it's like. And it's wonderful to hear that all of you have learned something from this. And last but not least, who's going to college for musical? Anybody? Perfect. What's the plans?
I'm going to go to IUP for music education.
Great.
And then I'm going to Duquesne University for music therapy.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Me, but I'm junior, so I'm
you
not,
got
I'm
one
not
more year.
going yet.
Undecided yet, right?
Yeah.
Undecided. So, well, I want to thank all of you coming in for this first half of the show. We're going to bring you back in. As we promised our listeners, we have 2 songs to perform, right? So, and if you want to let our listeners know as we go to break, what are the 2 songs that we'll be performing?
We'll be performing Just One Day, which is our opening number, and also Bring My Baby Home.
Sounds great. Please stay with us as we bring in the second cast of the Freaky Friday from Central Valley High School.
Hey, Sarah, how are you?
I'm really stressed out and I feel so overwhelmed. My daughter is getting married and then I'm taking care of my mom. I could really use a break.
You should call St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows. They have a really good respite program that can give you the break that you need.
Really? Tell me more.
When I was feeling overwhelmed taking care of my dad, I used St. Barnabas Beaver Meadows Respite Services. I was able to take him there for up to 30 days so that I could get the break that I needed. They were able to meet all of his needs, and he had so much fun that it was like a vacation for him too.
That sounds just like what I need. How do I get a hold of Beaver Meadows?
Just call 724-495-1600 and ask about their respite services. You can also go online to stbarnabashealthsystem.com.
The frigid weather and snow have our warehouse overstocked with quality furniture available at low clearance prices. This President's Day, save up to 50% on clearance bedroom groups and dining rooms. Save over $1,300 on a 4-piece Whirlpool stainless steel kitchen package with air fryer cooking for $30.79 plus additional rebates. And take an extra 15% off all Decorest and England Furniture special orders. Plus, free local delivery and 12-month special financing. The President's Day clearance sale at AK Nahas Appliance Furniture, Mattress, and TV. You'll do okay with AK. Moon Township Ford is celebrating the Pittsburgh International Auto Show in a big way. For a limited time, Moon Township Ford is offering Moon Ford Bonus Cash. That's $500 auto show retail trade assistance towards the purchase of an eligible vehicle. Check out Moon Township Ford's complete inventory online at moontownshipford.net. It's the perfect time to buy a Ford F-150, Ford Bronco, or Ford Bronco Sport and get $500 auto show retail trade assistance too. Stop over today and browse their new Ford models and gently used vehicles of all makes and models. Be sure to check out their complete line of inventory. February is the perfect month to buy and get $500 auto show retail trade assistance. Shop their eligible vehicles online now.
Falcone's Moon Township Ford, where friends send friends.
St. Barnabas thanks you for listening to the Best of Beaver County. If you missed anything, Beaver County Radio's news source, 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and beavercountyradio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning. On this Thursday, February 26th of 2026, we will have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. During the Commissioners' report of the Beaver County Commissioners' work session yesterday morning at the Beaver County Courthouse in Beaver, Commissioner Jack Manning wanted to let the audience know that recognition was recently given to both Beaver Falls Mayor Kenya Johns and the Executive Director of the Beaver County Conservation District, Jeff Flug.
I also want to give a shout out to Jeff Flug. Jeff was honored by Pennsylvania Conservation District organization, statewide organization, as a person outstanding in this field as executive director. And I think any of you that have ever dealt with Jeff on any of the Conservation District issue, the guy is exemplary executive director, and they do a great job. And so congratulations, Jeff, on that. And also a shout out to Mayor Kenya Johns, who was selected by City and State magazine, Pennsylvania 2026 Black Trailblazer. And Kenya does a pretty good job there at Beaver Falls. She's been a great person for us to work with over the years.
Pennsylvania Turnpike officials held an open house event last night for community members to get updates about the ongoing Monfayette Expressway project at the Holiday Inn Express Hotel in West Mifflin, where developers discussed plans for the third section of the southern portion of the project, which will extend the expressway from Route 51 in Jefferson Hills to the Parkway east in Monroeville. According to developers, the goal of this project is to ultimately have a way to quickly travel from the West Virginia state line to the east side of Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania State Police in Pittsburgh reported via release yesterday that 2 people were charged after an incident of harassment occurred in Allegheny County on Tuesday evening. At approximately 9 p.m., PSP Pittsburgh troopers arrived on the scene for a report of an active domestic incident that happened involving a 38-year-old woman from Homestead and a 40-year-old man from McKees Rocks at Short Street Apartment A in Whitaker Borough. It was determined that a physical altercation occurred between both parties as a result of an investigation, and the 2 people involved in this incident were charged. An arrest warrant has now been issued for a former Denny's employee from Pittsburgh after officials said he exposed himself in front of customers earlier this week. According to the criminal complaint, West Mifflin police allege Zachary Ryan Hiles acted inappropriately in view of bystanders when 3 female customers sat down to eat at the Denny's restaurant in West Mifflin on Lebanon Church Road on Sunday. Hiles, according to police, made comments to them, then proceeded to sit in a chair in front of the bathroom where he could clearly see the victims. That was when investigators say that he began touching himself while staring at them. Hiles was fired from his position at the West Mifflin Denny's, and he is awaiting arraignment on multiple charges, which include indecent exposure and harassment. Pennsylvania State Police in Pittsburgh reported via release yesterday that 26-year-old Jacob Jancart of Weirton, West Virginia, was charged after causing a single-vehicle crash in Washington County in front of a residence yesterday morning. At 8:35 a.m., Jancart was traveling east on Clinton-Frankfort Road and lost control while negotiating a left curve after hitting a utility pole support wire and a water line meter housing in front of a residence. The vehicle of Jancart rested in the front yard of the residence. There were no reported injuries. And Kennywood announced yesterday that the Leo the paper-eating lion has undergone an extensive refurbishment project during the off-season and that the iconic trash receptacle has gotten a full repainting. Kennywood also confirmed that the popular trash can that features a friendly-looking lion in a circus cage made its debut at the park in 1964 and has been collecting products made of paper.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
We'll see lots of sunshine throughout the day with highs reaching 40 and overnight lows around 24. Tomorrow, look for sunny skies with highs of 53 and lows of 27. And more sunshine is expected Saturday, along with a possible wintry mix in the evening. We'll see highs of 54 and lows of 28. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Thursday, February 26th of 2026, at 35 minutes after 11, we've got a temperature of 34 degrees with mostly cloudy skies here in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM and 1460 AM WMBA. Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Can tuning into a radio show really change your life? It can when you listen to Beaver County Radio in the 9 o'clock hour, the third Tuesday of every month. Tom Young from First Consultants in Beaver will be the special guest expert and talk about how managing and thinking about the money you already have can potentially create financial freedom for many of you. You can also watch the live video stream of the show on the WBVP WMBA Facebook page.
Looking for meaningful part-time work with weekends off? ABC Transit is hiring school bus drivers across 9 locations in Allegheny, Beaver, Butler, and Lawrence counties. Enjoy morning and afternoon hours that fit your schedule. Perfect for parents, retirees, or anyone seeking extra income. ABC Transit offers CDL training, a sign-on bonus, and the opportunity for additional safety and attendance bonuses. Start a new career and help serve your community. Apply today. Call 724-831-8500 or visit abctransit.com.
Cat Timpf is coming to Pittsburgh. Join St. Barnabas Charities to honor Cat Timpf at a fundraising gala to be held Thursday, April 23rd in Cranberry Township. Timpf is a comedian, TV personality, writer, and cancer survivor. She'll receive the Hance Award at the St. Barnabas Founders Day celebration. Tickets are on sale now. Call 724-625-3770. Proceeds benefit the St. Barnabas Free Care Fund. Buy tickets today at 724-625-3770 or visit stbarnabascharities.com.
Welcome back to Beaver County Bus Talk. In studio today, for those still listening, the Beaver County or Central Valley High School musical cast. And starting this Thursday, March 5th, or next Thursday, March 5th, through Saturday, March 7th, they will be performing Freaky Friday. So we brought our second cast in studio for this side of the show. And we're going to ask Mrs. Damp, if you don't mind, can you go ahead and introduce the students in studio and talk a little bit about Freaky Friday?
All right. Hi, I'm Miss Damp. I'm the director of the musical at Central Valley. And Freaky Friday is 48 hours in the life of a family in like 2016-ish. And they're a pretty normal family, but the mom and daughter are having a little bit of teen clashing, I guess you could say. The father has passed away and the mother is getting remarried. And the teen daughter does not like that. She feels that her father is being replaced, and that's causing a lot of turmoil leading up to this wedding. And so they're arguing a lot, and in the middle of one of their arguments, a magic, oh my goodness. Thank you, hourglass. A magical hourglass causes them to switch bodies. And so they have to live for 24 hours as the other and figure out how to navigate the lives of the other character, and all kinds of crazy things happen to them along the way. And I don't want to give away the end, but we hope you come see to find out. Do you want me to introduce
go ahead,
them?
or they can introduce themselves if
okay,
they like.
great. I would love for them to introduce themselves.
Okay, I can introduce myself first. I'm Chloe. I play Gretchen, and I'm one of Ellie's best friends, the teen daughter.
And I'm Nora, and I play Hannah, and she's one of Ellie's best friends as well, her and Gretchen, and they're kind of like her little sidekicks.
Yeah, I'm Lorraine, and I actually play two different characters. The one I'll be singing today is Officer Sitz, and then I also play Miss Myers, the gym teacher.
I'm Keegan, and I also have two roles. I am Officer Kowalski and Lewis the photographer.
Nice. Now, Mrs. Damp, if you don't mind taking the mic back. So we understand in November was the auditions.
Yes.
How many students auditioned?
Oh, well, I think we had about 45 auditions.
45?
Yeah, and we're lucky enough to be able to cast every student. We have a fairly large ensemble. A few decide along the way that there are other activities. Sure. Maybe they're not going to be able to make this time commitment, but we have about 40 kids in our show. So
when the 45 came in and you sat down with your team and looked at all the rehearsals and auditions and whatnot, was it immediately, it's going to be Freaky Friday?
Actually, we had been kicking around a few different shows before auditions came up, and I never tell my students what they were because I don't want to cause drama. But we were kicking around a few different shows, and we actually didn't come up with Freaky Friday until we were in the audition room. And so we're just hearing the talents of our cast. This show has a lot of roles for our students, and we have a lot of very talented kids, very capable kids here at CV. We're very lucky. And so we wanted to pick a show that could showcase a lot of our students in a role instead of just in the ensemble.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. So back to the cast here. So you introduced yourselves, you talked about a little bit. Share some funny stories that's taking place. I know you're logging a lot of hours after school and you know, with all the practice and stuff. Any funny stories? I know the last group talked about the toaster oven. Any good funny stories right now going on?
Yeah, so when we spend a lot of time at rehearsal, we definitely get a little delirious. So one day, during the gym class scene, we have a lot of like obstacles and equipment. And one of those obstacles is a rope that hangs from the ceiling, and they have to climb it. And a few kids have to climb it, but there's one who doesn't. He was like the only one who couldn't climb it all the way to the top. And we were like, why didn't we make you do this? But he's literally like an insane athlete. Like he's at Whitbeal swimming right now. So definitely the main person. But there's a lot of crazy things that happen with our gym class equipment. We have a pommel horse, and people they don't like to fall, but they tend to fall off. Before we had the pommel horse, actually, our good friend Teresa, she is very committed to the bit. One thing about Teresa is she will always go full out. And so we were using these chairs, and we were running like full out the dance number.
And they weren't supposed to jump on the chair.
No, that's very important. Miss Stamp did not make us do dangerous things. She just decided of her own will.
But Teresa did jump the chair.
And she tried to jump the chair, and she fell off. And then this poor girl, she just got right back up and started going again. And everyone was so worried. And she was like, no, I'm fine. And
she said, keep going.
And we were like, but for those listening, I just did like a shocked face.
But
yeah.
Frank, we talk about this all the time. When we bring these casts in, the one thing that stands out to me personally is they have so much fun with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, again, it's long hours, a long time. You just spend 7 hours in school, and then you get a couple more hours. But you guys love this, obviously. Why should our listeners come and see the performance starting next Thursday?
It's definitely a very interesting musical and one we haven't really done. We haven't really done something like this in a very long time. We've done a lot of 1950s, 1930s type of musicals, and this one's new and fresh and has a lot more interesting vocals, I'd say.
Yeah. Can I add to that?
Yeah. Sure.
I definitely think that this is obviously a much more contemporary musical, which contrasts with the more golden age or classical musicals that we've done in the past. And on top of that, I also think with that modern setting that we have, a lot of our cast can relate to it much better. So you can really tell how much fun everyone's having and how much energy and passion that's happening. And I feel like even being in the audience, that will radiate out to you, and it'll just be a great time.
Perfect. So in a perfect world, if besides Freaky Friday, what other performances would you have loved to participate in if it wasn't Freaky Friday?
Keegan?
I would say Chicago. That would be great. I think we have a lot of people that are really good with vocals, and I think we have a lot of strong dancers in our musical. And I feel like Chicago is one of those that I feel like we can definitely pull off and make it amazing.
So is it true, speaking of dancers, the reason you have so many talented dancers in Central Valley, it's because of the superintendent, Mr. McCreary? Is that true?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Everything I know is because of him.
Yeah.
That's a perfect answer right
Face
there.
above the waist,
Yep.
So if you could pick another show, what would it be?
I would really love to do Catch Me If You Can. I think it'd be a really fun musical. There's a lot of really big, exciting dance numbers, and I just think that we have a really great ensemble and like really good leads for that show.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Ooh, I have another one. Legally Blonde. I love that show.
Yeah.
Lincoln Park's doing it right now, but I think we would have an amazing cast for Legally Blonde. There's just so many like fun personalities in that show, and also it would be fun to have a dog. So there's that.
So I know a lot of people, they come up to me personally and talk about, oh, we love when you guys have the schools on the radio talking about the plays. There's a lot of people who live in multiple different districts, and they just float around throughout the county come playtime and watch all the plays. Are we aware, has Beaver County ever had Freaky Friday before? Is this the first time?
This actually is not the first time. I know way back Lincoln Park did it, and then also I believe it was 2019 or 2020 Beaver Falls did it.
Nice.
Yeah, and then also our local community theater years and years ago, Center Theater Players, or CTP, also did Freaky Friday. So we have like a lot of like experienced veterans. Like a lot of our vocal coaches were in that show, so it was really a neat experience because we can learn from what they know from those past shows.
Perfect. All right. Quick question. 2 quick questions for you. Okay. So a little trivia here. Not trivia, but multiple choice. Out of these 3 names, who's the best dancer? Mr. McCreary, Mr. Dolph, or Mr. Sarcone? Which one would be the best one?
The answer is Mr. McCreary.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
He busts a move. I mean, like, you can see him in the show, probably.
Out on the floor. Yeah. He goes crazy.
The same 3 names, who would be the best dancer? Or, I'm sorry, singer. We did dancer.
Oh,
Who's the best
singer? I mean, a multi-trick pony, Mr. McCreary.
Mr. McCreary would be pretty good. Did you say Mr. Vakovican? Was that on the list?
Well, we could add him.
Oh, I really think out of all our administration, Mr. Vakovican would be a pretty awesome singer. I want to hear him sing.
And I'm glad you didn't say Mr. Sarcone, because here's why. I was in a meeting with him not too long ago, and he was humming these songs. And he says, my house, this is all I hear every day is all these songs. I tell you what, he's a much better transportation director and athletic director than he is singer. So I'm glad no one picked him.
Don't quit your day job.
So last question before we go to our commercial break. break. And by the way, for the listeners, we are coming on the backside of the break, whole cast in the studio, and we will be singing 2 songs, Just One Day and Bring My Baby Home. So here's the last question. Who loves this so much that you're interested in doing this in college? Who's going to college for this?
Me. So I'm a senior, and I am going to go to Point Park University in Pittsburgh. And I still haven't heard back from the audition process because it's a very long process. I'll hear back later this month. But I'm going for either acting, advertising and public relations, or cinema studies. And I can do, what's great about those programs is that I can do a combination of them. So I will be able to like perform for the rest of my life. Basically.
Awesome. Point Park University is a wonderful university, and they have a tremendous baseball program.
Oh, baseball.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'll play baseball.
There you go. So this is DJ Frye with this month's Beaver County Bus Talk, in studio with Central Valley High School musical Freaky Friday. Stay with us. On the backside of this break, we are going to be performing 2 songs live in the Frye Transportation Studio.
J. Young Refuse and Industry is proud to be an integral part of Beaver County for the past 36 years. Featuring a wide range of recycling services for contracted areas, they are sure to help you get the job done. The J. Young Refuse team of professional drivers consistently exceed safety and service throughout the day, while their customer service representatives take professionalism to the next level. J. Young Refuse offers both commercial and residential pickup as well. Call J. Young Refuse at 724-495-6199 today.
Looking for a fun, flexible job opportunity? McDonald's has it. Full and part-time positions available. Get premium pay for those premium hours of opening or closing, plus insurance, 401k, tuition assistance, and more. Choose to work anywhere from 3 to 8 hours. Apply now at mchire.com.
Beaver County Transit Authority connects you to where you want to be. The doctor's office or well-deserved shopping spree will take you to wherever you please. Safe, no fuss, leave the driving to us. Hop on, adventures coming your way. Beaver County Transit Authority, BCTA. Ride the bus.
BCTA Connect, your ride to out-of-county destinations, is live now. You can book a trip as soon as today to destinations in Cranberry, Wexford, Warrendale, Moon, Sewickley, Leetsdale, and more with the BCTA Connect mobile app. For medical, employment, or any other trip need, BCTA connects you to out-of-county stops. Download the free app today.
Beaver County Transit Authority, BCTA. Ride the bus.
Eating a balanced diet can lead to good health. Having good balance can also save your life, especially if you are a part of a high-wire act. Furthermore, balanced tires on your car will run quieter and wear longer. But not all balance is good. This is Kalen from Freedom United Federal Credit Union. An existing balance on a high-rate credit card is definitely something to rid yourself of. That's why I would like to use the balance of this commercial to tell you about Freedom United's limited time Visa transfer special. Through March 31st, with approved credit, you can transfer those exorbitant balances from other credit cards and finance companies over to our low 6.99% fixed rate Visa. The special low fixed rate applies to all new balance transfers. Don't leave things hanging in the balance. Get it? Visit freedomunitedfcu.com for more details now and put a little freedom in your future. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
A lot has changed since 1885. That's when my great-grandfather, William Andrew Hartzell, opened the doors to our family-owned and operated funeral home. This is William F. Rick Murphy from the William Murphy Funeral Home Incorporated in Rochester. Together with my son, Brian C. Murphy, we represent a business that is now flourishing into its 5th generation. Throughout that time, we've had the pleasure of experiencing many of local memories that have made Rochester and the surrounding area so great. I'll bet many of you can easily recall the H.C. Frye Glassworks, Barnett's Booth, Foodery, or even Kaufman's Department Store with its massive double-decker parking lot.
To put things in perspective, my family was already serving others at their time of need before the automobile had even been invented and the aforementioned businesses started and ended. Our commitment to serve our community with dignity and compassion has allowed the William Murphy Funeral Home, Inc. to preserve a business legacy that spans nearly 140 years, and we're still here. To contact us, visit our website at William Murphy Funeral Home, Inc. or call 724-775-0309.
We are talking with Art Cornell from Beaver Cemetery. Art, I read a story recently about a local cemetery that had run out of funds and was struggling to pay for its upkeep. How did this happen?
Some cemeteries eventually become full and can no longer sell property and generate income. How will these cemeteries pay for their continued care? The cemetery may or may not have a fund for this purpose. In the story you mentioned, that cemetery is no longer selling property and its care fund is almost depleted. Now they're struggling to pay for the upkeep.
How can families be assured that their gravesites are protected now and in the future?
Beaver Cemetery exists to serve the public rather than make a profit. Our multi-million-dollar perpetual care fund is managed by a fiduciary to ensure that the care of the cemetery will be as it is today for hundreds of years.
Folks, you can learn more at beavercemetery.net.
Patriot Home Care is now hiring caregivers. Are you a caring and compassionate individual looking for a reliable income with benefits? Then call Patriot Home Care today. Benefits include health insurance, life insurance, paid vacation after 1 year, and 1.5 times hourly pay for overtime plus holiday hours. Patriot Home Care employees provide personal care, conversation and companionship, medication reminders, light housekeeping and laundry, meal preparation, and errands. Start your career in home care today and call Patriot Home Care at 724-506-8911 or apply online at patriothomecare.org.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
We'll see lots of sunshine throughout the day with highs reaching 40 and overnight lows around 24. Tomorrow, look for sunny skies with highs of 53 and lows of 27. And more sunshine is expected Saturday, along with a possible wintry mix in the evening. We'll see highs of 54 and lows of 28. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
It is currently 36 degrees in Beaver County at 11:54 a.m., almost 11:55 a.m. on your Thursday morning of February the 26th. And we're coming to you live from the Frye Transportation Studios in Brighton Township. And it is the it's the best Beaver County / bus talk with DJ Frye this week. DJ?
Well, Frank, thank you for bringing us always in the studio each month, and I want to thank the cast of Freaky Friday from the Central Valley High School for coming in. I actually, probably the most important question to me is, how's the busing? How's your school bus? Is everybody safe?
Wonderful.
Everyone's safe? Everything's on time? Perfect, right? Perfect. So, but I do want to thank all of you, and so many of you this is the second year, and we look forward to doing a third year next year. And those of you moving on to college, best of luck, and just remember these last 2 years of being in a cast and all the memories, because really it goes fast. The next 4 years in college will be even faster. So, Mrs. Damp, yes, we promised for the last hour 2 songs to all of our listeners. So what's the first song that we will be hearing?
So the first song we're going to bring you in with is called Just One Day. It is the first song in the show, and it kind of sets the stage for the whole entire show, introduces all the characters, all their relationships with each other, and I thought it would be a good way to give our listeners a little preview of what they're going to see.
Perfect. So let's go ahead and turn the volume up here, and Mr. Frank is going to cue it up, and we're going to turn it over to all of you. Wonderful. Boy, that sounded really, really good. I'm really impressed. I mean, Mr. Sircone probably worked really long hours to teach you how to sing so well, huh? So Mrs. Damp, what is the second song that we will be performing?
Our second song is Bring My Baby Home, and this is when Ellie's little brother Fletcher goes missing because Ellie and Catherine have switched bodies, so Ellie is acting as mom and has upset her little brother because she's maybe not acted like mom normally does. And so Fletcher runs away, and they are all out looking for Fletcher, and this is their conversation that they have with the police.
Now you two get to work. We'll get to work. Please don't cry. Please don't you die. Where can you be? Please bring my baby home. Please bring my baby home. Baby brother home to me.
Super impressive. Hey, congratulations, all of you. Best of luck next week. And to our listeners, how can we buy tickets? How can the listeners find tickets?
So there's two ways. We have a Instagram page called CVHS Musical, and there's a link in the bio to purchase the tickets, or you can go onto the Central Valley website, centralvalleysd.org, and it is right on the homepage for the link for our tickets for all 3 nights, and you can pick what night and then come.
Awesome. And we encourage everybody, if your calendar's not full, you're not quite sure what to do on Thursday, March 5th, Friday, or even Saturday, March 7th. So again, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, March 5th, 6th, and 7th. Please look up the Central Valley Area School District's website, click on and come out and really support this talented cast and show. Really looking forward to it this year. Can't wait to be there myself. Frank, before we say bye, we want to wish best of luck to all our local basketball teams.
Absolutely. Yeah, we got a lot of high school basketball coming up. Quaker Valley gets at it tonight, and then Blackhawk girls and Aliquippa boys on Saturday as well.
Absolutely. Best of luck to Greg Houston. Blackhawk against Oakland Catholic.
Yeah,
it's going to be a
really
good
tough game. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and congratulations to Brandon Ambrose and the Central Valley boys, and Doug Biega for a tremendous year at Hopewell. Those two, that was 3 games they played this year against each other, and last night Central Valley pulled it off. And I know they got a trip up to Erie coming up, so they're playing the #1 team and from the East Coast to the West Coast of Pennsylvania. So it'll be a great matchup for them. And again, congratulations to them, but more importantly, congratulations to this wonderful, talented staff, and best of luck next week. Thank you for tuning in. This is this month's Beaver County Bus Talk, and I'm DJ Frye. Look forward to talking to everybody next month.
All right, tune in tomorrow. It's Friday, so you know what that means. We go back in time, and it will be time for the time machine. We're going back to, this is probably even before you were in school. 1988 is where we're going back to tomorrow in the time machine. So top 10 songs from 1988. Any guess what might be #1 in like hairband times?
88. Walk This Way.
I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't even know, to be honest with you. And
Walk
that's
Like
when
Egyptian.
I was only, 22 years old at that
Cindy
point.
Lauper was in Goonies was real popular back then.
Yeah, back in that generation. Yeah, somewhere around there. And I'm sure we'll see some hair bands mixed in.
Absolutely.
So tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m., 6 a.m. Scott Tatey has the Beaver County Radio Morning Show. And coming up next is Fox Cross America with Jimmy Fela. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.
You're listening to 99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas, in addition to 1230 W.